So hello once again, I'm Larissa Joy Dipaguta and welcome to the final lesson of our Module 3 of this course. In our last topic, we will talk about stress management. As students, stress is not something new to us. We have always been faced with assignments, tests, deadlines, and all other academic requirements. So for us to manage stress, we need to understand what it truly is. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to first understand the nature of stress, second, pinpoint the effects of stress on the person, and third, identify healthy ways of coping with stress. Before we begin, I'd like you to ponder on this question. When was the last time you felt stressed? What caused it, and what did you do? You may pause this video to think of the answer. Indeed, we can say that stress is always a part of our lives. We are faced with countless stressors each day, from the traffic to being late in class, forgetting your cell phone, losing your things, and even being stressed with the people that we encounter. So what is stress? Stress is a common feeling we get when we feel under pressure, overwhelmed, or unable to cope. It also refers to the body's reactions to circumstances that are, realistically or perceptually, beyond our capacity. So this means that we feel stressed if we feel that the situation we are in is beyond our capacity. However, take note of the phrase realistically or perceptually. This means that sometimes we feel stressed because indeed the situation is more than what we can handle. But there are also times that we feel that we cannot handle the situation when in fact, it is actually manageable. Say for example, the times when we complain when we are given projects in class. We automatically feel that the requirement is too much when in fact, we actually have all the resources and means to accomplish it. So at times, we feel stressed when there is actually nothing to be stressed about. We just have to realistically assess the situation and our capacity. According to the American Psychological Association, stress is classified into 3 categories. First is acute stress. This is the most common type of stress. It happens in the short term and does not always have a negative meaning because the current tensions help to train and stimulate one's brain development to deal with stressful situations in the future. Next is episodic acute stress. This happens when people frequently suffer stress or people who face frequent triggers of stress and have a crisis in their current life. Episodic acute stress is often found in people who feel the pressure of overload, take on too much responsibility, and make unrealistic demands and unreasonable goals that exceed their ability to perform on time. And lastly is chronic stress. This is considered the most harmful type of stress and is the opposite of acute stress. It happens when people have serious and long-term problems such as their life being out of control and give up looking for solutions. Chronic stress is the most dangerous. It can cause adverse effects on both physical health and mental health. Indeed, chronic stress can lead to negative effects on the person. However, is stress always bad? What do you think? You're right. Stress is not necessarily always a bad thing. Our usual connotation of stress is what we call distress, which refers to the negative effects of stress that can deplete us and fragment us. It leads to negative physical and psychological states. However, we also have what we call eustress or good stress, which provides us with the necessary motivation to strive for the best. This is the kind of stress we feel when we do something we enjoy but is equally stressful. For instance, joining in competitions, attending parties, or even organizing events. Given the negative consequences of stress, we may ask, when will be totally free from stress? What do you think? Whether we like it or not, they say that we will be free from stress when we are already 6 feet under the ground, meaning when we are already dead. So although we don't like to be stressed all the time, stress also adds spice to our lives and challenges us to push ourselves. So that ends the first part of our lesson. By now, you already have a clearer picture on what stress is really all about. See you in our next topic.